For this assignment, we decided to try and alternate the game of Trouble into the game called Plunder, where you have to steal one of every player's treasure in order to actually win the game. To do this, the player must roll the die and move the amount of spaces required that was put onto the die. When the player is close to the opponent's vault, they have to roll the exact amount of spaces to the treasure in order to obtain it. However, if they roll over the required amount of spaces, they will only go to the furthest treasure here. If a player rolls less than what the treasure has, the player can stay in the vault until they get a treasure. Once they get a treasure, they only have one turn to actually get out of the vault. If not, they will lose the treasure and will return back here. When the player has a treasure, the opponent can steal it by either going past or stepping onto the opponent. If the opponent steps onto the player goes back to their respective start position, and the opponent will take the treasure. When both players have the treasure, they can only steal the treasure or return the treasure back if they step onto the player. If that happens, the person that got stepped on will go back to the starting spot, and the treasure will go back to its respective position as well. And the opponent who stepped on the opponent will keep the treasure. If a player has a similar colored treasure in their vault, they cannot steal the treasure from the opponent. However, if they step on the opponent when they are trying to pass through, that treasure will go back to its vault, and the opponent will go back to the start position. Gray spaces in this game have been modified in order for the player to actually move forwards and backwards when they're trying to roll. So for example, there is an opponent right here with a treasure that I don't have. If I roll enough spaces to that opponent, I can actually steal that opponent's treasure by going backwards. And this stops him from being able to steal my treasure unless he hits the gray space right here. Once a player reaches close to their starting position or passes it, they will actually secure their treasure into their home position, and that treasure will be permanently in their vault until the end of the game. Once the player has all three treasures in the game, they win the entire game. So for example, we're going to be playing a quick game right now with one of my friends here and one of my friends here. So let's start. Got 4 spaces. Right? Great. Notice that he has a gray space right now, so he can move backwards if he wants to. I'm going to press here. Right. 1, 2, 3. And then go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Now he can try to steal from my vault if he wishes to, or he can actually just keep going past. Now I'll continue. Pick 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to actually steal this. All right. Now I need to roll at least 3 spaces to get out of this area. If not, I lose the treasure. And I actually took the treasure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's basically how the game goes. And once you have all 3 treasures, you win the game. All right.